Hi, this is Mrs. Chamberlain, and this is my iPad tutorial on how to use Hapara and how to get into Gmail, Google Drive for all the children in Prep to 4 who are using an iPad for their flexible distance learning. The first thing we have to do with our iPad is, it's a little bit funny, but for Hapara to work, it works well on a MacBook using Chrome, but Hapara have asked that we use Safari. It says it works better on Safari. So it's like, okay, we're going to stick with Safari. However, we do need to download from the App Store our Google Suite apps. So to go to App Store to download our Google Suite of apps, we click on App Store, and you would have had to have your own login, and then you just search the apps that you want. So we want Gmail, so we'll put Gmail in and then download that. I already have that one. Then I'll go and look at Docs because I want Google Docs, and I'll download that. Oh, I can see Google Drive. That's where your child will have all their files saved. I'll also download Google Sheets, and I'll download Google Slides. You may see that I've got Microsoft Word, but I think you have to pay for that. So I think I previously paid for that once upon a time, but I'm just downloading all these special Google apps that you will need to help you with Hapara. So I'm going to let that download now. Okay, and just go back to my home screen, and then if I look over here, you can start to see that it's downloading. Okay, now that all the apps, the Google Suite have been downloaded, I need to log in, and I'll start off with Gmail. Now, you would have all received your child's email address and password, and you just have to sign in, set up mail. It's Google, continue, and I'm just going to sign in, and we've got Patrick's account already there. I'd already signed in. So I'm going to choose Patrick's account, and I'm going to type in his password because I know that 50 million times I've done it. Next. And then, would you like to send notifications? No, you don't have to have that. And then you can see that he's been given lots of emails already. So that's good. And when we get into Hapara, the teachers will be able to see all the children's emails that have been sent, that have been trashed, that have been brought in. We'll be able to see everything. And I mean, you yourselves, you can log into your child's Hapara account and see all your Gmail and see all your children's Gmails as well. Then I'll make sure we've logged into Drive. Drive is where the children will be able to store all their files, and it's signed in automatically as Patrick for me. Oh, that's very good. And you can see some of Patrick's work that he's done so far because he's in grade 5. See, you can see some of his work, and it's all saved in there. You can see that he's got these recent files as well, so that's really good. Okay, all right, so that's his work. Maybe thinking, oh, Laura, I saw you when you typed in Patrick's password. I saw his password. That's fine. I've changed his password. I have the ability to change the children's passwords. Sometimes children lose passwords or something goes awry. The school, you can always contact the school or contact myself, and I can reset the password if need be. So you don't need to worry about that. We continue to sign into Slides, which is basically the equivalent to PowerPoint. Then we can sign into Google Docs, which is the equivalent to Microsoft Word. It can't do as much as Microsoft Word can, but it's really good. It's a good way for children to do all their word processing and writing, and you can see some of the work that he's done there. And then you've got Sheets, which is the equivalent to Excel. So I'll select Patrick's account, and he's all signed in there too, but he hasn't done anything in Sheets yet. So that is Patrick signed in to all the Google Suites, and now we've got to sign into Hapara. So to do that, you've got to click on Safari, and you've got to type in mystudentdashboard.com, and I've already done that. Now remember, Hapara, and when it's initially loading, it can take a few seconds depending on your Wi-Fi. I know things are slow at the moment. Okay, we've loaded up and it says sign in with Google Hapara. So we type in sign in with Google, and it's recognized Patrick's account. So I'm going to click on Patrick. So if you've got a few children, you can just choose between which child that you want to use. And here is Patrick's workspace. So some of his workspaces are from earlier this term, and you can see that his teachers put in his homework. So I'm going to click on cyber safety because we did that with the grade 5s in term 1. And it asks us to sign in with Google again. It does that. So it can be a little bit clunky at first, but once you get the hang of it, it works really quickly. And here is Patrick's workspace about cyber safety. Now, your children will most likely get workspaces like literacy, term 2, week 2, literacy, term 2, week 3, or numeracy, or they might get just week 2. It depends on the year level. So here, you can see all the goals. Now here is some of the work that they have to do. So for instance, I've got some cyber safety work that they have to do. Okay, down here I've written here a goal for him, and it's got summarizing. So your child will have to press start, and you might get a little notification saying press another button to get in, but we'll see what happens. Okay, so it says here, pop-up blocked. Please click the link again to open this document. It does that. So we open it again, and it's coming into Google. We're going to wait, and here you go. And then this is Patrick's activity, and he has to do his work. And once he's done that, so I'm just going to take test, and tick that he's done it. Go back. Now you have to go back into your Safari. Okay. Scroll across and down to where the card was. And you'll now see there's a word, it says submit. So you can either go back and edit your work, or you can press submit. Send work to teacher, yes. And then the teacher will actually get it. I just wanted to show you here on this card, it's like you have to upload some individual work. Now I'm just going to pretend that Patrick has to upload a photo. So if you want to upload a photo, you can press the upload button, and you can select a file from your device. I'm going to go to the photo library, and I've got some photos here. I'm going to upload this photo I took with Patrick on Instagram. Not that we'll be asking you to do that, but this is just an example. I'm going to click done. And then you can upload that as part of your evidence. And you can see it's having a think. See? And it says you can submit. You can submit that. So that works really well. You may also want to upload something from your Google Drive. So you can either press the Google Drive symbol, and you can see here that your child has folders already assigned. Every child has the same folders, and your child can choose something from their folder that they want to upload. And I'm just going to pick C from Patrick Chamberlain, select, and you can see that it's thinking, and that when it's ready, it's got C Patrick Chamberlain, and I can then press submit and send work to the teacher, yes, and it sends back. Now, sometimes children will accidentally submit work to the teacher and then go, oh, no, I haven't finished. Oh, that was the wrong one. That's fine. The child just has to email the teacher to say that was a mistake, and as teachers, we can just go back and send it back to the child and let them resubmit it. Here you'll see that there are due dates. We haven't set any due dates for this one. And then when you've finished with the workspace and you'd like to go back home, you can press the little home button up the top, and it will take you, once you've signed back in again, but it's just a few clicks, it will take you back to your workspace or your student dashboard, as it was called. So we're back at your child's workspace, and you can see here you've got My Files, and it's got all the recent files that your child may have been working on. You've got a to-do list of things when dates are due. At the moment, there aren't any due dates. Then if you want to choose the bell might be notifications and emails, so the child can see all their emails from there as well. So you can use the Gmail app, or you can use this. And then if you click on the P, you can change the background color, because we know the children like to change the background because that's lots of fun. So that is how you use Hapara on your iPad. It does take a little bit of getting used to, but once you're used to it, it works really, really well. I encourage you to use all the Google Docs, the Google Slides, get used to that. And this is a really great way that we can communicate your work with your children effectively. So thank you very much for your patience and for listening. Thank you.